So while I got you here, dude, got to pick your brain on a few other things. A match that we have been building to ourselves in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 GM mode for years now. We're getting in reality at WrestleMania, very likely at WrestleMania 34, John Cena versus The Undertaker.
Undertaker, yeah.
Where do you stand on this, dude? I mean, I've been very vocal about the fact I'm not happy about this just because I feel like it's a little too late, but I want to get your 2 cents on it. Where do you stand with this?
Well, Graham, I would agree with you. I think that you and I share a lot of similar opinions on big matters like this. I think that, like Undertaker's Sting, WWE is a couple years late on that, on even pitching that idea of John Cena versus The Undertaker. But here's what would get me entirely interested in this feud is the fact that Undertaker did, throw his hat and robe and gloves in the middle of the ring last year. So if we were to get a scenario where John Cena continues to mock The Undertaker and call out The Undertaker, and then one of these weeks on Raw we hear, a dead man walking coming, and we get, American Badass Undertaker coming down on a motorcycle. I mean, that could be interesting. John Cena's been blurring the lines of reality and fiction, talking about how Michelle McCool takes Instagram videos of him working on Instagram. So they're definitely kind of steering away from kayfabe Undertaker a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And if he were to come out maybe in wrestling John Cena, even as Mark Calloway, that would definitely get my interest a little more than him coming back and doing the whole, dead man routine that has become a little tired to me at this point. But if they could switch it up, get him on a motorcycle or get him in, MMA attire, and have him just as a plain old Mark Calloway versus John Cena, that could be really interesting.
I feel like that's the only way to salvage this thing. Like you said, I feel like if they bring back the Dead Man Undertaker, and it could still be a win-win, because I feel like the farewell of the Undertaker character that we saw last year at WrestleMania, the match was terrible. Like we talked about at the time, in retrospect, I'm even more in agreement with you that the match was not good between him and Roman Reigns. But the farewell of the Taker character was so great, and you can still stay true to that if you bring back the American Badass character instead. Like you said, hey, Kid Rock is going to be there. I feel like it's a perfect opportunity to have him sing him to the ring on the motorcycle, give people that one last hope with the Undertaker that it's going to be the Dead Man. Because people have been saying this for a while now. We were in a similar situation a few years ago with WrestleMania 31 where Bray Wyatt talked the entire build of Mania. And it's like, at Mania, okay, maybe he's going to come back with a new look, which he kind of sort of did. But it was it was super disappointing. And the match was fine, but it was the same old Undertaker. We didn't hear from Undertaker, and we didn't hear from him after that either. So it was like the match never even really happened. And Bray Wyatt lost because the guy's a loser, so that was also no surprise there. But it was, the point being is that we got to get the American Badass here, or Mark Calloway, or something. Because otherwise, just as a money grab, just as an attempt to make money with this matchup, because people still want to see it. It's a match between two big icons in the ring. It's not going to be an instant classic in 2018. I feel like that's the only way to stay true to the Undertaker character and give us a match that we haven't seen before, at least not on a big stage as WrestleMania. Do you have high hopes? Sorry, go ahead.
Grim, let's say WWE doesn't want to get too original, get too creative here, and they do Undertaker versus John Cena at WrestleMania 34, and they don't do it in any other character that we're talking about right now. You know what would sell the audience into the building, or sell every ticket out there in New Orleans, is the fact that the promo between John Cena, the video package that they do for John Cena Undertaker would be insane. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is remind people that these guys have never, since John Cena's become Super Cena, they've never gone one-on-one, and it would be really, really interesting to look at a video package they could do to really sell that match, especially if they don't go out of the box and get Undertaker to become the American Badass or any other kind of character. But I think that video package alone would get the hype up to that match, and the fact that if you remind people that this match doesn't happen every day, people are going to want to see it.
I think they need to go back to the roots of that. Just remind people that it's a huge match. And Cena's playing it up as a huge match. I'm not denying that. But it's like, I feel like a video package, as you said, like what they did with Rousey this week, where you put a video package together talking about either Cena or Taker or whatever, in regards to why we should care about this match. I feel like it's more effective than a match or a promo even could, like with the Rousey thing, but I feel like it's more effective than doing John Cena versus Kane. Like, who cares about John Cena versus Kane in 2018? I didn't care in 2012. I don't care now, so I don't know what that's going to do to get us hyped up about the match. At this point, how do you see them confirming the match for WrestleMania? I'm not sure. Taker should show up. I don't know if he will. We have 2 Raws left before WrestleMania. There's not much time left to confirm the match, but you know they will. How do you get from point A to point B with this feud?
Well, the way I see it is, if Taker's going to return, he would before WrestleMania. It would have to be on the Raw before Mania, not next week. And also, if you don't want him to return before Mania in person, it would just be the classic Taker mind games, a gauntlet or two, maybe the rev of a motorcycle engine could be interesting, something like that. Even Michelle McCool, who was in the Women's Royal Rumble back in January, so you know she's in contact with the company. Even if you had her get involved in some capacity, because you know Cena referenced her, so obviously she's not off limits to speak about. If she came in the week before Monday Night Raw and I don't know, maybe grabbed the microphone, got in the ring with John Cena, and kind of played it up like that, you know, the Undertaker isn't going to fight him at WrestleMania, and then John Cena pushes her buttons a little too far, and then like she gives like a little sadistic smile or something. You hear it gong, and then all of a sudden, match confirmed, WrestleMania, John Cena, Undertaker, Michelle McCool, special guest referee up on the scaffold. Could be a good time.
Just got goosebumps. Jesus.
I mean, you got to get creative here, Graham, you know?
John, the only reason I hate that idea, the only gripe I have with that idea is that it's so good that you just got my hopes up so high. Now when it doesn't happen, because creative is just going to be like, oh, it's happening, even though Taker never said yes, I'm going to be so disappointed. But that's so perfect, though. Like you said, they've established by this point that Michelle McCool is not off limits. They have been in the past. Like you said, I think Taker has been one of the most protected characters in the company's history, where they have never, ever gone into his personal life. But it all started with that little one-off comment that Cena made like late last year in a segment with Roman Reigns on TV, where he called him a washed-up veteran with a busted-up hip, or whatever it was. And it's like, okay, they're getting a little real with this thing, which is great, which is what they need to do.